Sup everyone, this is Elijah from the Side Hustle Society coming at you with another video about the gig economy, and I gotta tell you, it's so good. It feels so good to be back in a set with my bookcase behind me. I was getting tired of that car stuff. I might still film some videos in the car on the go though, so yeah. In this video, we're gonna be continuing the series of mastering the gig economy by covering exactly what are the best days to drive when it comes to rideshare and delivery. Before we hop into it, I do need to let you know that there is an expectation that you've seen the first video in this series where I talk about what's the best time to drive on a daily basis. So if you haven't seen that video, you want to click on the link in the description, well, the playlist in the description, or the card that's appearing on the screen right now, and check that out first. Assuming you've done that, let's go ahead and get on with the video. So like before, same thing plays a role in which days are going to be popping and which days are kind of slow. The supply of drivers, whether it be rideshare drivers or delivery drivers, and the demand from customers, whether it be them requesting Ubers and Lyfts, or you're ordering food off of Uber Eats, Doordash, etc. So right off the bat, we're gonna start at the beginning of the week, which is Monday. So Monday is an interesting day because the closer you get to the beginning of the week, the slower it tends to be. But I've actually had some pretty decent Mondays. So in general, it's going to be slower than the other days. Technically, you would think it's the slowest. It's not really the slowest. And what I'm going to talk about, it really applies for delivery and rideshare. When it divulges, I'll let you know. But Mondays, it's not the slowest day of the week. Tuesday is the slowest day of the week. So just have your expectations that Monday can be kind of slow. So whatever your maximum earnings are that you've experienced in your market is probably not going to be on a Monday. Another thing to note is that a number of restaurants are closed on Monday. So you need to be aware of what restaurants in your area are closed on Monday, and that'll kind of inform you on where you want to set up shop. But with that being said, we'll move on to the next day, which is Tuesday, which I'm going to be honest, Tuesdays are very slow on both sides, rideshare and delivery. Tuesdays tends to be slow for every single thing, every single business. So I think this is a great day to take off, to be honest. I got nothing good to say about Tuesday. Like back in my early days, I'd get out there on Tuesdays and like the money I would make would be like 25, maybe 30% less than like normal. So yeah, definitely not worth it. Take the day off or do something else more constructive on Tuesday, in my opinion. But if you get out there, just have the expectations set. I guess a bonus that Tuesday has over Monday is most restaurants will already be open, because restaurants that were closed on Monday will be open on Tuesday. But like I said, it's just slow. It's in the middle of the week, but it's not quite hump day. So people on rideshare aren't requesting rides as much. You may still get people going to and from work, but that's kind of all you're getting, with the exception of airport trips. So just the casual, like people needing to Uber around, isn't there as much on Tuesday, which is why it's so slow. So all the rides that people are going to and from work, they're being taken up by, the drivers on the road. As far as delivery goes, same scenario. Beginning of the week, maybe they had a rough start. They really want to order Uber Eats or Doordash to kind of rebalance the scale because, oh man, how am I going to get through the rest of this week? It just started. Look, let me give myself a break by not cooking and ordering some food. Tuesday, that phenomenon is not really happening because it is kind of in the middle of the week, but it's not hump day yet. So yeah. How about we go ahead and move on to hump day, which is Wednesday. Now this is where demand tends to pick up and be average to maybe even good because of the hump day scenario or syndrome. That's what I like to call it. Rideshare, it's hump day. And people do need just casual Ubers to and from places in addition to going to work, in addition to airport requests. So that whole cycle starts to pick up as the week goes on, and it's in the middle of the week. So Wednesday tends to be decent to good activity on rideshare. As far as food delivery, a lot of people order on hump day because it's kind of like a repeat of Monday in the sense of, I'm halfway through the week, let me give myself a break, just order some food instead of, preparing food. So Wednesdays can actually be decent to good. That's kind of the category I put them in. Worth going out. If you only had like 3 days out of the week to go and do delivery or rideshare, well, particularly delivery, I would miss Wednesday if I could do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, for instance. But if one of those days isn't available, Wednesday you can't go super bad with it. So next we have Thursday. Now Thursday, in some people's mind, particularly some people's mind, the weekend kind of begins on Thursday, so their habits kick in on Thursday. As far as people needing a rideshare request and people ordering food because they want to be lazy sitting around the house, that is when demand actually starts to pick up a lot. I would say Thursdays are good to great. I don't put it in a decent category. It's good to great, so it's higher than decent. So Thursday would be a great day to go ahead and get your week started if you're a part-time gig worker and you really want to maximize the time frames that you go out there. Thursday is a great day to go ahead and start the process, provided that you can work the rest of the week. Yeah, Thursdays are pretty solid. Now we're going to talk about Friday and Saturday simultaneously because in terms of quality, I would say they're about equal. Maybe Friday has a slight edge in delivery, but it's not noticeable. So Friday, Saturday, the activity is great to sizzling. As you can imagine, it's the weekend, so people going all over the place on rideshare and people ordering a bunch of food on the delivery apps. So get out there. The time frames that we talked about in the last video, they apply, but they don't apply as much on Friday they do on Friday, but not as much on Saturday because you'll tend to be kind of sizzling all day. And the time frames I gave, in the last video, they're a good frame to work in, but you will see requests during those dead hours because Saturday is just kind of sizzling all day. And lastly, we have Sunday. So Sunday is an interesting one. On the delivery spectrum, this is where the rideshare and delivery they divulge. So Sundays, a lot of restaurants are closed. A good example is Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays, but Sunday still has a lot of activity, not as much as Saturday, but it still has a lot of activity. In particular, a lot of breakfast orders kicking on Sunday. So what I mean by that is, if you're willing to get up early in the morning, let's say you start at 8 and go to 12, there's a lot of orders if you're set up in the right place from Denny's and IHOP and breakfast style restaurants, because a lot of people like to order breakfast on Sunday morning. So that's actually a great time to get out there and grab that money. But in general, the demand is still there, and what I said about it being kind of sizzling all day for Saturday, it applies to Sunday to a smaller degree. Although it's not too uncommon for it to go dead during those dead hour times, sometimes the demand will keep going, so you kind of got to play that by ear. As far as rideshare goes, you wouldn't think this, but Sundays can actually be really good. You would think it would be kind of dead, at 10 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, but you have people Ubering and Lyfting to church. You have people Ubering to restaurants just to have a lunch with friends. And then when that ends around 1 o'clock when lunchtime kind of ends, you just have people going to random places ride sharing. And you wouldn't think it would be that way. It's really like that all of Sunday. And I would say the demand starts to taper off as you go through the day, but it starts off surprisingly high. And the reason being is you just wouldn't have thought of the reasons. Sunday can actually be a very good day for rideshare, as it kind of starts off demand-wise high, then it slowly tapers off as the day goes on. But even when it ends, at the end of the day, I still would say that the demand is decent. So it starts off from great, then it slowly trickles down to decent. So it can actually be a pretty good rideshare day because that balances out. If you're going to do the whole day, then it starts off great, then by the end of it it's decent, so that averages out to be kind of good. But you could say I'm going to call it quits at 4 or 5 and just take advantage of the sizzling times on Sunday. So yeah, that covers the weekly cycles of the gig economy. In the next video, we're going to be talking about what is the yearly cycle. So there are times of the year that are busier than others when it comes to the gig economy, when it comes to food delivery, when it comes to rideshare. So we're going to be getting into that in the next video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you're looking for some merch to rock while you're out there in the gig economy, you can click on the link in the description below to get the merch that I'm wearing right now. Hustlers gonna hustle while haters gonna hate. It's been Elijah with the Side Hustler Society. See you next time, and don't forget to be safe and be profitable.